Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from jagfx.com. It is Saturday, the 15th of February 2025. This is my weekly analysis video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So, thanks for watching. If you do like the videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Look, they're not the most exciting videos. I get that. We just get the message across. I'm not a trade signal provider. Do not follow me blindly. I'm doing high risk trading at the moment. So I'm doing a lot of different trade management techniques. If you watched any of my YouTube videos, they're in one of my, what do you call them, playlists on YouTube. I think it's called Profitable Forex Trading or something like that. Look, there's nothing stopping you anytime I call a valid trade signal, and I don't think there is any actual ones other than on the dollar cost averaging trades. There's no valid signals. Maybe the Oz Swiss. I'll have a look at that when we get to it. Any trades I'd call in the top of my daily update, the new trades, they're the ones you would take if you're going to place a stop, all right? All the other ones are just trade management sort of stuff, but we'll get into that. We'll go. All right, hope everyone's weekend's going all right. We're halfway through February. The trial matches in the NRL, which is the football, rugby league for us Australians, it's already started. The trial matches, like the pre-season matches. I think my team's playing tomorrow. The Roosters. Yeah, so there's been a few good games. The very first Super League, which is the English Rugby League, the very first game, 1-0. Rugby League, that's an unbelievable score. Unbelievable score. 1-0. It's like a football, soccer score. But yeah. I don't know who it was. Lee Leopards and someone else. I watched the highlights. There wasn't much for highlights. All right, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the charts. I digress. All right, my watch list on the right. Like I said, I'm not a signal provider. Look, it's a bit messy. There's a lot happening here. So we'll start with the Aussie. So Aussie USD. Now, we've still got the same old trend lines. Nothing changes. Still exactly the same setup. High probability. Right, so I've taken a sell here. I just follow. I've already closed on the loss recovery trades. I took a second trade. And 14th of February, which is yesterday, I closed most of it and recovered my loss. So my loss was only $18.30. So yesterday we had a nice, this candle here. So on the open of before this, it's got up even further, which is good. I've closed most of that and put a stop in place. So the stop in place, which is down here. So we can't lose on that. We probably still can lose, but we've recovered the loss anyway. It doesn't matter. No big deal. But on Monday, it's highlighted in yellow. It means I'm going to do something on Monday. All right. So what I did was I took this sell here. There's nice hidden bearish divergence, which I love. Took the sell. The MACD platinum stayed above the zero level, so I was no real opportunity to do anything. Trade management wise, even though it's gone down a bit. Now we've got this new divergence formed here, regular bullish divergence. MACD platinum's way above the zero level. We've got this buy signal here. So I took a hedge buy on sequence one. So hedge, so that's hedged. So sequence one's hedged. And sequence two, I commenced a new sequence because this is the multi-sequence hedging. Multi-sequence hedging? Yeah. Multi-sequence. So I took a second buy there. And it's gone up through my overall break-even level here. So on Monday, which is the 17th, I'm going to close both sequence one trades. That's a sell and the hedge buy. Then I'm going to close half of the sequence two buy. I'm going to set my stop at 62625, which is that red line there. So I've got two stops, one for the loss recovery trades, which is just below the red line, and one just below the blue line there, or above the red line, is for the sequence two buy. Look, this had hidden bearish divergence. Now we're setting up with regular bearish divergence. It's not confirmed yet, so I'm getting ready to sell this again. I'm not, you could say it's a good base there, good argument for a base, but I've through the break-even level on these trades here. I've already dealt with my loss recovery. Now we're dealing with these two sequences here. MACD Platinum's above the zero level. I'm in sell mode. We're past the break-even, so time to lock in, recover my losses, and close my positions. So I'm locking in a bit of profit. And if it keeps on going up, great. If it turns down to the downside, I'll take a sell trade, and we'll just start another sequence. No dramas at all. Right, BTC, Bitcoin, it is just going nowhere. I had this support level here. I'm still in this sell from the 28th of January. It's a couple of weeks now. It's come down, hit this level. Already closed half, dragged my stop down. I'm not really bringing my stop. That green dashed line there, that's a $100,000 level. Big round number, and it's just like a magnet. Look, once it got to 100, it's just like hovering around it. When it hit there, hit 100, what's that? So roughly 21st of November, hasn't done much since. It's just going to be a sticking point until it breaks one way or the other. So we've got these highs here, high, and we've got this support level here. Right, Euro USD. Now this is a little bit messy because I've got a lot happening here. Bear with me. Yeah, I've got a message. All right, bear with me here. Loss recoveries up here now. Now, I'm going to have to point out, before I took this buy here, this is the multi-sequence hedging, all right? Before I took this buy here, this candle here came down and basically was in overall break even. It was in through all the loss recovery prices. It poked down, but it didn't stay down. Obviously, it's a bullish candle. It was a gap down. It put me in a good position, and I couldn't really even hear it come close again. Don't like him. It couldn't. I could have closed out everything, but I didn't because this was here. MACD Platinum's there. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have, but with this hidden bearish divergence there, yeah, I didn't. I just thought this is going to go down again. Now Murphy's Law would have it. We got this buy signal here. Sequence 6. So you can read all my notes here. I've got break even for level for sequence 2, because that's a buy, hedge, sell, second buy, second hedge, sell, third buy. Sequence 3 is hedge, so it's sell, buy, sell, buy. Sequence 4 is buy, hedge, buy. So that's got a break even. So that's the yellow line there. So we're through that now. And sequence 5 is hedged, and sequence 6 is a new one. Like I said, this is hidden bearish divergence here. I've got the feeling this is going to go up a little bit higher. And look, if it takes out all this, great. I'm just going to close out everything. It looks terrible because it looks like I've got a lot of trades on, but overall, I'm only plus 0.54 on these trades. Plus 0.78 on the loss recovery one. So yeah, they're a little bit different. But just on these trades here, the multi-sequence hedging trades, it looks messy. There's a lot happening. I've got a spreadsheet. I've got the spreadsheet. I've got the multi trade. What do you call it? The worksheet that gives me all these break-even levels and that. So I know it looks confusing, but I know what I'm doing, and it's a little bit ugly. This is sideways. Look, we've had this big move down when Trump get voted in back in November. So when was the election? It's around here somewhere. This is the election candle. Just gone. Now we've got this sort of support level here. See, it's 3 times it's hit there. 1, 2, 3. Came back towards it and bounced up. So it's probably going to go up. Who knows? But I'm still thinking about this hidden bearish divergence. Generally, they work out eventually. Now, it can keep on going up and take a sell and it'll work out. But in the meantime, if it clears all these yellow lines here, I'm going to start closing out. I probably should have done it down here. but I took the chance based on that divergence, and the MACD Platinum was still a long way above the zero level. Not the end of the world, but it's a bit messy. Pound CAD, highlighted yellow, and we're not going anywhere. All right, got some Wi-Fi problems. Pound CAD, highlighted yellow. My sell is stopped out. So I took the sell here on the 5th of Feb and closed half, put my stop in place, and it went through my stop on the 12th, 13th. It's actually stopped out on the 12th, 13th definitely, 14th definitely. So we're out of the trade. I leave it all marked up on the chart just for the weekend video to show you, boys and girls. This is pretty range bound too. Have a look at this, like stuck in a range. Right, pound yen, we're in a buy, going nowhere fast. It's got this nice sort of support level here, came down, broke through it. Regular bullish divergence there, MACD Platinum below the zero level just, and we took a buy here. It's not convincing, is it? Again, we're fairly range bound, so we're going back to August. Pound USD. All right, now Monday, got a new buy signal here. It's not a valid buy, all right? So don't get excited. It's not a valid buy, but you could make an argument that it is, but I don't think it is. But all right, come Monday, I took this sell here. That's the last trade I took, ignoring the loss recovery trades. I took this sell here, so sequence one sell. On Monday, I'm taking a hedge buy. This is multi-sequence hedging. So I'm taking a hedge buy on Monday, which is going to be where this blue line is, somewhere in here. And I'm also going to commence sequence two. I should have probably wrote that in. Sequence two, there's going to be a sequence two on Monday. Get rid of that. So sequence two, I'm commencing a new buy. All right, so sequence one, hedge, buy. Sequence two, new buy. So that sequence one will be hedge, sequence two will be buy, then I'll have an overall break even, and it'll be 0.12 instead of the 0.06 because I've already got loss recovery trades on, which are down here. So I'm going to take a loss on my sell, and I'm going to take a buy, trade 5 buy at 0.48, and I'll have 2 targets for that. Now, what's happened here? Like the Euro USD, we've got the hidden bearish divergence, a couple of them, and now we're setting up for regular bearish divergence. So I'm still thinking the MACD Platinum's above the zero level. I'm still in sell mode on this pair. So even though we're pivoting to the buy side, and if it keeps on going up, great. It'll just clear, it'll take out the overall break even on these 2 trades, and this will be up here somewhere, so it'll take them out too. So it doesn't really worry me which way it goes, but if I was going to bet my house on it, eventually this is going to come back to the downside, like a lot of these pairs are. MACD Platinum's above the zero level, and as we know, the MACD Platinum always comes back to the zero level. It's an oscillator. That's what oscillators do. Look, it might take 2 months, 10 months, it might take a year. It'll come back to the zero level, but who knows when. So that's my plan. So if it keeps on going up, we're pivoting now to the buy side. Have a look at the spreadsheet. Once I get all the data in, I've already partially filled out the spreadsheet, but I haven't obviously put the prices in because I don't know until the market opens. I can't work out my targets or where my break-even levels are. But we're taking a buy on Monday, but it's not a valid buy signal because the MACD Platinum's way above the zero level. So it's just a hedging or strictly trade management setup. Silver, oh, look at that. Again, MACD Platinum's above the zero level. I'm in sell mode. Now, we popped up here. This is my break even for my sequence 1, sequence 2. It was through it. I could have closed it, but I didn't. I'm happy to go to the downside, happy to take it. What I'm actually looking for, we've already got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, so that's the grey vertical line. So I'm in sell mode here. This is a high here, hit the high here. It came up, and I ripped through it, but then it just came straight back to it. So it's proving to be a bit of a sticking point. I haven't looked at gold because silver and gold tend to move pretty much the same. So I'd be curious to have a look at gold. But this is silver. So I'm in sell mode. There's regular bearish divergence there now. And I'm quite happy to pivot to the downside. So this is still a multi-sequence hedging. So with this case, if there was a new sell signal, it'd be a second sell on sequence 1. And it'd be a hedge sell for sequence 2. And sequence 3 would be a new sell. So we'd have an overall break even down here, and we'd be good to go. We've already closed out the loss recovery, so it's fine. This is what's killing me. I think I've got on my Darwin X account, I've taken some 8-hour trades on silver on the short side. That's sort of annoying me a little bit. All right, Aussie Swiss. We move down to the bottom half of the watch list. This is the traditional hedging. This is not the multi-sequence hedging. It's the traditional hedging and loss recovery based on the MACD Platinum, whereas the top half's based on the loss recovery on the QMP filter dots. So Monday, new sell. Now this is a sell signal. So if you wanted to take a new trade on Monday, take this sell here, put your stop above the high up here somewhere near the red dot, around that red dot. Put your stop up there. It's about the 57725 level. Around that level be your stop. Take a sell here on Monday. Now this is sequence 1. The MACD Platinum's above the 0 level still. So we've had a sell already. Trade 1, hedge 1, trade 2. So it's a trade 2. Now we've got a loss recovery. I've got to make up a loss of $20. So this is a valid MACD Platinum sell signal. It's also a sell for 0.18 for the loss recovery. Target 1, target 2. I don't know what they will be. They won't be much because I've only got to make up $20, so it's not far at all. So I'll be taking a sell in here. That'll be trade 2 on sequence 1. So traditional hedging. Just got a note there to remind me because I keep on forgetting about these, as you'll see in a minute. Very next pair, actually. So yeah, so Monday, new sell signal. And if you want to take it as a standalone trade, put your stop up around that dot there somewhere. Right, Euro Aussie. Here's my bad. Now, I dropped the ball. I had a few tech issues on Thursday morning. Took a buy here. No problems taking the buy at 165.390. Took the buy. So got in pretty good there. But I forgot about my loss recovery trade. I didn't take it. This was the valid setup. So late on the entry. So where did I get in at? 65851, 65390. So 50 pips late. And you know what? I would have recovered my loss. Even though I wouldn't have closed it, it would have recovered the loss already. It's like $28, so it was easy. Now I'm in a bit of a MACD Platinum still below the 0 level, still in buy modes, still sequence 1, trade 1. So we just got to go with it. That should be, I think, 0.12, that's fine. Yeah, got to recover this though. So yeah, I dropped the ball. I missed the loss recovery and I'm 50 pips too late. Should have been in there, except I was in up there somewhere. Right, pound Aussie is highlighted in orange. I stopped out on my sell. So I took this sell back on the 6th of Feb. Came down. It closed below the SMA 20. Simple moving average 20. Closed below that. Closed half. Dragged my stop down. And bang, up she goes. Popped through. Stopped me out. Now it's heading back down in sell mode. Anytime you see one of these green dash lines, a big number. In this case, 2.000. A big round number. That's all they are. So there, stopped out. I'm probably regretting I had my stop too tight, but Captain Hindsight always tells you put it in the wrong place. You know, it would have been nice above this high, but I don't know where that high is going to be until now. Right, pound Swiss, range bound as. Have a look at this. When's that? That started back in September. Gone nowhere far. So you'd like to think there's a sell coming up here. There's probably lots of orders up here. And there's probably lots of orders along here too. Look at that. But the longer these lines, there's two schools of thought on this. Longer resistance level is, the weaker it becomes. Some people say the stronger it becomes. I'm not sure, because it'll eventually break one way or the other. It can't stay in a range forever. Oh, it can, but it won't. Support level, same thing. But if we get a sell, we'll take it. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level, so I'm in sell mode, hence the grey vertical line. New Zealand USD. Right, what are we doing here? We've got something happening. All right, Monday. And this is not a valid signal, all right? So don't take this. It's very similar to the euro, the pound, the Aussie, all the USD pairs. They're all basically moved the same. When they're in sync, they're in sync. And this hidden bearish divergence, regular bearish divergence. It'll sound like a broken record. So on Monday, I'm taking a hedge buy. Hedge buy there. So sequence one, hedge buy. This is traditional hedging, all right? Now, I'm closing my half of this sell trade because I'm in the loss recovery mode now. So I'm closing half, taking a loss. So loss recovery, trade one, loss minus whatever it's going to be. Now waiting on a valid MACD platinum setup. With the MACD platinum above the zero level, I'm only looking at sells, so I'm ignoring the buy. So we're just going to take the loss on that, no big deal, which halves that traditional hedging back to 0.06. So this second buy is for 0.6. I'll be hedging roughly at this level and locking in that loss there until we break that hedge. That's New Zealand USD. USD CAD, stopped out of a trade here. This is my loss recovery from a fair while back, 9th of December. It's a buy, there was a stop. The CAD is being tough to trade. This big candle here there's a big gap up. Remember on the weekend, a couple of weekends ago, old DT, Donald Trump, said something about Canada and tariffs. The market just opened up here. It was good because I got out of some trades. It was good. I actually got out of some trades up here, which is a smart thing to do in hindsight, obviously. And it's just come straight down. There's a sell signal here. It's not a valid sell signal. MACD platinum below the zero. Look, technically it is a valid signal, even though the MACD platinum is below the zero level. Remember I said if there's divergence, if you read my divergence book, if there is divergence and one side of it's on the right side of the zero level, then that divergence is still a valid signal. So you could have taken a sell there. It's just an ugly chart. And look, the US, especially in here, it's been terrible. USD CAD's not a pair I do very well at. I don't know why. It just gives me grief. But we're in no trades. I just left it on the chart to show you boys and girls I've stopped out for a profit there. All right, USD Singapore dollar. We took a buy here. So there's your buy. Took a hedge sell there. So we're just locking in a loss. Again, similar, regular, hidden bullish divergence, followed by regular bullish divergence. Not confirmed yet, but it's forming. Very similar to the euro, pound, except it's the other way around because the US dollar is the base currency in this case. So, and in the loss recovery, took a loss of $36 on trade one, which is this buy. Now waiting on a valid MACD platinum signal to try and recover that loss, all right? Waiting on next LRM trade also. So that the only reason I put that big note there is because of my Euro Aussie, because I missed it. Right, US 500, US stock market. It's come up to this high here, poked through, but just not breaking the high. So it's like a bit of a ceiling. Not even sure what that level is, 6,100 and something. It's just stuck in no man's land. Last signal was this sell here, and it's just going nowhere fast. But, you know, it's a US stock market. It's a 500 top companies. It's got a bullish bias, so just be aware of that. All right, I'll just pause the video while I switched, what do you call it? Watch list. All right, this is my dollar cost averaging watch list. Now, you probably can't see them all because my ugly head's probably down here in the bottom. But I think there's 21 pairs. Now, we've got a few new trades on Monday. Now, these aren't pairs. Some of these have doubled up there on the other watch list, but I spend hours on historical charts, so I know what sort of pairs work with certain ways. So the top half of the watch list, the sort of the orangey, reddy colours, I know I can just trade them based on dollar cost average below. So, for example, the QQE is below the 50 level. I can just buy, and I don't even have to worry about the MACD platinum. So I know that just from history, and look, it may not happen in the future, but this is history. These pairs tend to work out. The worst case scenario might be about 6 trades that I get in. So it affects your, if you depend on your margin, it could affect your leverage, sorry, it could affect your margin. Also swap fees. So there's something you've got to be aware of, the overnight interest rates. The bottom half of the list in the blue, they tend to be a bit more not as reliable when it comes to just the QQE advance. So then I may look at taking trades based on the MACD Platinum. Now it might just be a simple hedge trade. Where's an example? So it's no real good example on this one, but it may just be a hedge trade, or I might see divergence. So here there's divergence. So I could, if I was trading this back then, I've only just started this watch list a few days ago. If I was trading this, I would take that sell based on the hidden bearish divergence, and I also take the sell based on the QQE advance. So that's when I would use the MACD Platinum, because as soon as I see hidden divergence, I'm on it. All right, let's have a look. We'll just go through what we're doing on Monday. So Aussie New Zealand, new sell. Now this is a valid signal. If you want to take this, it's a valid sell. With your stop, I'd probably put it above this high here somewhere, around the red dot, just above the red dot. Take the sell. It's a valid signal, but this is range bound. So just be careful. MACD Platinum's above the zero level. I'm taking a sell. I'm going to buy. Can't lose on the buy. There we go. We lost my, hang on a second. I'll pause for a second. All right, sorry about that. Just had lost my Wi-Fi. I'm going to take a sell here. It's range bound, so just be careful. MACD Platinum's above the zero level. QQE's above the 50 level. So it's a sell for me on Monday for that. It's a dollar cost averaging, but it's a valid sell signal all the same. CAD Swiss. Let's have a look at CAD Swiss. Again, have a look at this range. Remember I traded this in the multi-sequence hedging and got out of it. So it does work. Got out of it with a small profit. So here we got Monday. We've got a couple of things. We're stuck in this range here. It's a valid sell signal. If you want to take this, take it, put the stop above the highs. Simple as that. About where my line is now, just above this red dot, between those two red dots there. Split the red dots. If you took the sell, which I am on Monday, I'm already a buy, can't lose on the buy. I'm going to take the sell. There's a bit of regular bearish divergence there. MACD Platinum above the zero level. QQE's above the 50 level. I'm taking a sell on Monday. These are only small positions because I've got a second Darwin X account. I'm going through my calibration. It's a $100,000 account, but I'm only trading 0.02. I know it sounds crazy, but there's a method to my madness. I want to try something. And I'm also looking at starting up another prop firm. I'll go back with Blue Guardian, have another crack at them. And I'll trade. I'm going to use this as a bit of a gauge, because the worst thing with prop firms is the drawdown. And the way I trade, drawdown's obviously a factor with the hedging and stuff. All right, we'll move down to Oz Swiss on Monday. Sell, valid sell signal. Again, if you want to take this, it's a slow moving pair. Put your stop between those two red dots again, in there somewhere. You're going to put a stop, take the sell on Monday, regular bearish divergence, but look, it's just, you're not going to be making millions off this pair. Hasn't moved much in what's that? What date's that? That's August. It's probably stuck on that same line since August. All right, so that's Oz Swiss, pound New Zealand. I'm going to take a second sell here. Now, this is a valid sell signal also. If you want to take a sell here, for me, it's trade 2 on sequence 1. No dramas, but it's still a valid sell signal. Red dot there. Put your stop above the red dot. Even if you wanted to put your stop a little bit above that high there, maybe a little bit, depending on your position sizing, your risk, etc. But there's a bit of it's not exciting. Don't get me. It's probably a double top there. You got to remember it's a daily chart, so you could probably have a Wi-Fi. What are we doing? So you look at that. You could make an argument it's a double top there, but there's definitely a little bit of divergence there. MACD Platinum's just above the zero level. The QQE is just above the 50 level. I'm taking the sell. It's pretty much the same place as my sell one, trade one. So trade two is going to be the same level. But that's still a valid sell signal on Monday if you're looking at taking it. And lastly is the New Zealand CAD. It's a new buy on Monday. Again, the MACD Platinum's just below the 0 level. The QQE is just a little bit below the 50 level. There's no real divergence. You could probably make an argument there's a support level there. Like we draw the trend line, we go across here, something like that. You could make an argument that's a support there. You got to remember too, they're not actually an exact price, any support or resistance. It's like a zone. So, you can draw a little rectangle as you see on a lot of charter straw and that. But yeah, on Monday, new buy there. If you're going to take it, it is a valid buy setup. Not a good one, but I like this pair. This pair's normally kind to me. You could take it based on that there. Put your stop below here, somewhere down here, near that blue dot, in there somewhere. Near both blue dots. Put your stop down there. So give yourself plenty of room, and that's a pretty good signal set up there. All right, that's it, boys and girls. So Aussie Swiss, what was that? Yeah, I can't remember. You'll have to go through the video. A couple of those DCA trades are valid setups, and I think it was the Aussie Swiss was the other one. So, all right, thanks for watching the video. Look, I know they're boring videos. I get that. It's one thing about trading. Monday to Friday for me now is so boring and so routine. Other than a few tech issues during the week, same for me every day. Get up at 6:30, straight on the charts. The new candle was an hour and a half before that. Just go through the motions, do my meditation, do my affirmations, check my goals, go through my emails, catch up with sports news, go to the gym, go for a walk. That's my day. It's the daily candles are boring. Then I spend a lot of time on historical charts. So yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. And if anyone's got any questions or anything, just hit me up in any of the Facebook group or Telegram channels, and we'll take it from there. All right. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe.